Hello, everybody, and welcome to our weekly Essential Island Living team call. It's so amazing to see all of you here, and I know many more are going to pop on and join us in a second. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and do our oil routine. First of all, a few new faces tonight, so thank you for joining us. So at the beginning of every call, we go ahead and grab an oil that's speaking to us. Tonight, I'm going to grab Motivate. And we'd like to do a little routine, so feel free to join in with us if you wish. So take 3 deep inhales. Place your hand over your heart if you wish, and repeat after me. I am doing the best that I can. I am doing the best that I can. I am doing the best that I can. All right, we have had a crazy, exciting, busy past week in Essential Island Living. Saturday was our post-convention tour on Oahu, and it was incredible. I think the event was incredible, the format, the amount of our team who showed up, and just the energy and excitement and having corporate there and learning directly from them. So thank you to all who came. I'm looking on this call, and almost everyone so far on this call attended the event. I think from the event, we welcomed 6 or 7 new members to our team, which is incredible as well. So thank you all who flew from Maui, but thank you to our Oahu team. Thank you for bringing new people. Thank you for showing up for yourselves, for your business. It's really exciting. One more day left in the month. So it's not too late to keep pushing towards whatever goals you're striving to meet. I know that I am still working hard at hitting diamond, and we're really, really close to being a diamond team this month, which would be the first time we're a diamond team not during a BOGO month, which is kind of a big deal. So it's really exciting. Okay, so one more day. I know doTERRA will not continue the 200 PV promotion. So one more day for that. And then though, what you want to be thinking about is you want to still be wrapping up the month, but you want to think about next month and how we can share with our customers about all the amazing holiday products that are coming out. All right, but without further ado, let's go ahead and start with our product education. I'm trying to think if I had notes about what we're going to do. Okay, so Kate is going to go ahead. I'm going to mute myself. Kate's going to unmute herself. And then Kate, do you want to share your screen, or you want me to share and you just tell me when to click? Oh, hold on. You're muted. Okay, there.
Maybe could you share it?
Yeah, no problem. Okay, I'm going to mute myself.
Thank you. All right. Hi, everyone. So I'm excited to lead the call tonight. I have both product education and the biz part that I'm going to be talking about. So I just want to start off by saying I love being able to be the host. I know it kind of pushes me a little bit out of my comfort zone, and I'm such a planner. So I've been doing a lot of research on Yarrow Pom, which I could talk about all day because I love it. And I learned some new things about it while I was researching. So I'm excited to share that with you. So that slide, I think, was one of the last ones, Liza. I'm going to just say too, sometimes I talk fast when I'm nervous. So if I talk too fast, you can just be like, slow down, Kate, and I will. All right. So we wanted to share about Yarrow Pom and the whole collection because it just came out, the collection did. And we wanted to share with everyone more information about it because you may have gotten it in your convention kit, may have gotten it, or you may be getting it pretty soon with the holiday items coming out. And some of you might already have the Nutritive Duo, which is the oil that we love so much. So the 3 products that are Yarrow Pom shown here are the Active Botanical Nutritive Duo, which is the 2 Yarrow Pom oils put together. That's why they call it a duo. We also have the Body Renewal Serum, and then the Cellular Beauty Complex. So I kind of just wanted to start off by saying this collection and each item, especially the oil, is just our fountain of youth. And I definitely need it because I'm almost 40 and I definitely have found so much success with just the oil and now these other products. So go ahead and click the next one. So like I was saying, it is I'm going to just make my little screen so I can see all the words. So it is a duo. So it's a blend of yarrow essential oil and cold pressed pomegranate seed oil. And this synergistic duo supports our mind and our body. So with our body, it acts as a blood tonic to rejuvenate our blood. It brings us back to our optimal state with that blood renewal. It pushes toxins out of our body. It regulates our blood vessel tone. It helps our organs to function, our circulation to function, metabolism, digestion, and it diminishes fine lines. So all those things, I mean, it sounds like so many things. It all comes back to that blood and really the rejuvenation. It's helping to renew everything all throughout our bodies. And then the mind and emotion connection is pretty interesting too. If you could go back to the last slide, Liza. It's always important that we understand our oils and their emotional properties too. So for this oil, it purges emotions, just like it purges the toxins. So sometimes some people have experienced, anger or sadness. They have that surface when they're using this because it's really unburying those emotions. And it's important that when that happens, that we deal with those emotions so that we can let them go, which is kind of an interesting one, kind of thinking about that this week with this oil because I've been using it for a while and connecting it to my life. Another thing to know about this oil is the chemical properties, and I'm not always the best with explaining them, but there's 3 chemical compounds that are important to share about. The first one is the chamazulene. It's an antioxidant, and it's also what makes it the blue color. It also has B-pinene, which improves our brain and cognition. And then it also has beta-caryophyllene that helps with pain and immunity and cellular system support. And that they call it BCP. The beta-caryophyllene is also in copaiba. So the Yarrow Pom, because the 2 oils have really similar benefits, they put them together and they also help and kind of are that synergistic property because they're using different pathways to help, making them a really great duo. So the next slide is kind of a lot of information on each of those 2 oils. So yarrow, and you're going to see as we're going through the list, there's a lot of commonalities between yarrow and pomegranate. Yarrow, we have varicose veins, sagging and aging skin. We don't want that. It's great for the face, skin health, supports normal function of stimulating collagen production, helps maintain healthy blood pressure. For us women, it helps us sustain a healthy monthly flow and reduce occurrence of occasional discomfort. Supports a healthy inflammatory response, especially related to joints and muscles and overall body. A powerful antioxidant, helps with free radical damage, cellular and ovarian health, emotional balance, depression, anxiety, and fatigue. And then again, there's that beta-caryophyllene, which we had Keisha a couple weeks ago talk about copaiba, and that is the chemical compound that helps hit those CB2 receptors. And then in pomegranate, the pomegranate seed oil is excellent for taming misbehaving adipose tissue, aka fat, which we do not want any of that. It's particularly beneficial to metabolism, moisturizing to the skin, helps maintain healthy cholesterol levels already in the normal range, supports healthy heart tissue and function. It's a perfect partner for enhancing the beta-caryophyllene from the yarrow, that reception and targeting tissue damage, and it helps sustain healthy hormone levels in both men and women. So a lot of commonalities in those things. So again, hitting multiple things, but in different pathways. And so here are just some suggestions for use on the next slide. And for me, I'll jump into the way I use it. I put it all over my face after I cleanse, and I'll put it on there before I put my moisturizer in, so it kind of sucks into the skin and makes it so moisturized before I even put the moisturizing cream on at night, especially. And I do actually put it on morning and night because I love it so much, and my skin has never been healthier. Like, as soon as it came out last year, I started this routine, and I've already gone through like my little bottle and a big bottle. I think I'm on my second big bottle. So I love it. My skin, it helps with pimples. I don't get as many of them. My skin just overall is clearer. But you can also use it internally. It doesn't have to just be topical. So you can consume 1 to 2 drops in the morning and night to promote healthy metabolism. You can also use it to promote healthy immune response by taking it internally as well. And then you can use it, of course, as part of your skincare routine to promote the look of young and healthy skin, or to help reduce the appearance of blemishes before your moisturizer. And then you can also use it to create a soothing massage experience with a few drops of Yarrow Pom to help soothe tension. Next slide. So sometimes my internet is unstable, so hopefully you guys can
Hi, everybody. I think Kate's internet went off just a little wonky. And it was weird because I clicked to the next slide. And she's like, next slide. I was like, oh, I think it's on the next slide. So we'll just kind of wait to see if she pops back on real quick. And if not, then I can take over. Sorry. Also, my computer is very, very sensitive. So I'm sorry that I was clicking faster than she was talking. Does anybody else hear the music like da na 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 na? Oh, there she is. See, all good.
put my hotspot on because my internet does that every once in a while. We need a new router, I think. Thank you for your patience, everyone. What was the last thing I said?
You told me to go to the next slide, but I think I was already on it, which is this body renewal.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So at convention, when they started talking about Yarrow Pom, I was super excited because I love learning about it. And then they announced that they had these brand new products to bring in addition to this, to bring a whole line of Yarrow Pom products. So I was super excited to hear about this one, which is the Renewal Serum. So this is one that you want to use on your body. So anything below your neck, and you want to keep the duo for your face. So the serum leaves your skin silky smooth. It has, of course, Yarrow Pom, Cananga, Roman chamomile, sunflower oil, and avocado oil that I learned holds water into your skin, so it keeps that moisture in there. And then it combines clinically studied extracts with our Yarrow Pom. So one thing that I just learned this weekend on Oahu is whenever you think of the serum, think BLT. Think brightening, lightening, and tightening, which we all want and need. So with that, brightening, lightening, and tightening, the firmness, you can really use it on targeted areas in your on your arms, on your thighs, on your tush. So ever since Saturday, I've been adding it all over my legs. Because I need it. And then you can also add a couple oils for added cellulite support. So you could add grapefruit, cinnamon sassy, or rosemary. And it supports collagen production for our skin wherever we're putting it on. And it feels so good. Love it. All right. The next one is the complex. So not only did we get this serum, this complex that we can take internally every day. A little container, having enough for 30 days. So this one has a bunch of different oils and things in there, which I didn't even realize. We have vitamin C, zinc, grapeseed extract, yarrow pom, celery seed oil, which is one of our new ones, the palmarosa flower, turmeric, melon fruit concentrate, and melissa oil, which hopefully we all know is super amazing and powerful for all sorts of things. So now that I know this, I already was I've been taking it for about 2 weeks. I'm definitely going to make it a regular part of my supplement collection that I'm already taking. And the benefits of this one is, again, we have powerful antioxidant support for our, and also for our healthy luminous skin. It protects against oxidative stress and tissue damage. And illumination is about that, supporting our whole body, but especially our skin from the inside out. And so I'm excited to get these products regularly. So we do have to wait a little bit, which is kind of sad. You can, of course, get the Yarrow Pom now, the oil, and then the travel set is out on December 1st. It's the only holiday product that's coming out later. So everything else will be in the catalog, will be available November 1st. But this travel set December 1st. So set your reminders on your phone on that one. And then the whole collection with the large containers will be available in January. And then I think my last little tip was to remember the duo is for your face. We've got the internal support with the complex, and then the serum is for your body. That's Yarrow Pom. Ooh, and then here's all our holiday items.
Yeah, so just kind of tying back into what Kate said about the Yarrow Pom and the holiday. And what's interesting is that this slide actually does not have the Yarrow Pom items on here because these are all the products that are coming in November, and the Yarrow Pom kit will not be available until December 1st. So, and then of course the body serum and supplement in January. So really the only place that you can get it is in the convention kit. And I imagine that doTERRA will continue to sell the convention kit until they're sold out. So, if you're wanting more of those products, that is the only way right now. But we have a ton of other amazing products that are coming out. I can't wait for almost everything. If you haven't watched the video I posted about the Nepalese women making those wool dryer balls, please go check it out because it's so amazing. Anyway, real quick, one thing that we wanted to do was to open this up for people to share any testimonials about the Yarrow Pom products. I'll have to say that I've been religiously using Yarrow Pom with my hydrating cream since it came out, morning and night, just like Kate. And I absolutely love it. You can take that internally as well. It's part of, if you just Google or go on Pinterest, the like Skinny Jeans doTERRA challenge, it's one of the oils in that. Mom, did you want to share a little bit about the I know you're obsessed with the complex, the supplement. Here, I'll unmute you.
Yeah, I really like the complex. I started taking it from the day that we got it at the convention, and it made a huge difference because, as we're in the mainland, our skin just gets really dried up, and I found that my skin was feeling a lot better. And when I returned, it's like really supple. So unfortunately, I ran out, so I had to buy another kit so that I could have some until January. But well, I had to make that decision, but it's a really, really great product. I do want to say about the Yarrow Pom oil, that situation that Kate was talking about regarding your emotions coming out. Remember when I told you that I was feeling really down? I was like really, really upset or just really sad. And you mentioned, oh, well, if you read that thing about the Yarrow Pom, it really does bring out some emotion. So it actually helped me focus on the emotions, clear them up, and just pay attention. So wanted to share.
Thanks, Mom. Anybody else
Sure.
having any success stories with any of the Yarrow products? All right. And then thanks to Fraser. I don't think I caught that one, and I gave away all my holiday booklets. So but Fraser said that actually the tea also comes out on December 1st as well. So I know a lot of people were really excited about the tea as well. So that is a product that also launches on December 1st. So I think it's kind of nice that they're saving some. I'm thinking that the production time for the Yarrow Pom, but it's going to space it out because I need like 5 of everything that's on there. So that's okay. I can wait to buy 5 Yarrow Pom travel sets in December. When, I might add, there's more than likely going to be free frankincense at 200 PV. So I'll be totally fine with getting a free frank and a couple of Yarrow Pom sets. All right. Anybody else want to share anything about Yarrow Pom before we move on? It was a little longer product education, but it was really good and super thorough. So thank you, Kate. Very good job. Now, actually, we tonight, Kate is also going to lead us through the biz call, which we have decided moving forward that we'll never ask the same person to do product education and business education in the same night because it can be a little bit overwhelming to prepare. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Kate to talk to us about biz.
All right, it's me again. No, I'm excited to share about biz too. We went to convention and we learned so many things about the product and the company. And then this year they had, for the very first time, a whole day for us builders to go through this Empowered Success training and hear from some of the top leaders and get tips and tricks. So I went back in my notes when I knew this call was coming, and I decided the notes I had best were from the panel discussion, which was kind of midday. And what they had done is they had invited a bunch of different leaders, I think about 5 of them. And it was really interesting because they were of all, backgrounds and colors. And they were people who, some were really high up in the, triple million diamond. I don't always get those straight, but diamond, double something. And then they had someone below. It was really interesting having these they asked them 3 questions. So I'm going to go over the responses from these 3 questions and share their advice. So as I'm going through, if it's a little kind of jumping around to different ideas or repetitive, it's because of the format of the talk. So is what's working for all of you. Because so many of them were at different points, and obviously they were all successful. So one of the main threads of the whole panel was about empowered success and the training that we have and all the tools that we have. So the first person spoke about the empowered success and how the patterns of success are broken down. They're principle based, and the focus of all these guides are on the first 5 conversations you're having with anyone about the company, about the business, about the products. And these tools that are now available are an incredible starting point because they weren't there when those builders were first starting. Even when Liza, Kanan, and I were first starting, we didn't have any of these tools. So now we have them. And a point about these tools, they related to, when we talk about our oils, we always say sourcing matters. How they built these tools and wrote them came straight from the field of the builders. They were created by top leaders who were the most successful in this business. So they created and wrote these tools to create this guide, this map for us to follow to ensure success of all of us. So I liked that. Sourcing matters. And we have the Power and Success podcast. There's so many different kind of channels of them. There's Empowered You, which is a strengths guide. That's one that I need to look and dive more into. There are videos on YouTube and Facebook biz groups, and they even have a sales audio book coming out in December, which I'll mark on my calendar. I know I've gone through it, but I always need refreshers. Another of the builders, when asked what's working, said to really believe in yourself first, and then turn to pipes was another one. That's what's working, is to do it your way and lean into who you are, lean into you. Pipes is your cake recipe for your business, and the only variable for that is you. The tools are all those ingredients. You are the one variable within that recipe, is how you're going to use those tools to move forward. So that always, you always get those types of reflections, like, okay, that's great because they are there and there's no excuse why we shouldn't be using them. All right, so the second question, they moved on after that. Again, it's about some of the tools of empowered success. They said, what was your favorite tool to use? And so one of them, the first person talked about this Healthy Can Be Simple guide. And I know we've all seen it. And this one's a really great one to use for so many things. What I didn't know about it is it includes in this guide the top 10 health concerns in our country. So as you go through it, you're going to see about immunity, sleep, stress, outdoor things. So this is a great tool. And when you are giving it away with sampling, you are definitely going to connect something in there with the person you're giving it to, because it's connecting to those different concerns. And when you use this tool, there are conversation starters that you can have. So a conversation that you can have when you're using this tool might sound like this. Are you open to natural solutions for your health? And of course, they're going to say yes. I can help you with that. How does that sound? So I know sometimes I feel cheesy saying those things, but I feel like we all have our own personal way of putting our personality and voice into that, those phrases and those questions. But the basic is, are you interested in natural solutions? I can help you with that. And this tool is a great one. After that, you schedule a class with that person or a one-on-one. And then before the class or one-on-one, review the guides before you come to the class. You're telling this person, make sure you go through this guide before you come to the class, so you can let me know which one of these products you're interested in. So I like that little tip on how to use this a little bit more effectively, because usually I'm just like, oh, here you go, and I don't say too much about it. So that helps with that idea of what to say when you're giving this guide away. The next person on our panel said that their favorite tool was the rank guides. So those are the guides that help you plan out how to get to the next rank. I pulled one of the rank guides out from my stash, and this is the Train to Premier and Silver guide. And these guides are priceless. There's so many tips in here to guide you through the way so you really understand how to get to that goal. One of the ideas they brought up too is to use the right guide. Don't use the double diamond guide or blue diamond guide when you are elite. Use the guide that pertains to where you're at, because you don't want to, in a way, this is, I know, teacher language, but you kind of scaffold up your skills to the next rank, and you don't want to jump ahead. I thought that was a helpful tip. The next speaker said their favorite guide to use was this launch guide. And this is one, when Ashley Kimmel was on our call, she really, really referred to this a lot, and showed us how kind of busted up hers was, because she used it so frequently and she came back to it every month. So this guide is helpful because it gives you tips on how to get started and really almost relaunching yourself every month. For us that have been in the business longer, talks about basics, gives you ideas for placements when you're enrolling someone new, how to decide where to place them on your team, how to find builders, and then also what it means to be committed and capable. This is a great guide, and I've been looking at a lot more after that call with Ashley. The next speaker talked about the lead guide, and then when you cross into silver, really turning to that guide, which is one of the rank guides. And that one, they said, really helps elevate your leadership with your team. Because as you're going through these ranks, you get into more and more of a leadership position, because you're not only supporting your customers, but you're supporting your builders, and help duplicate that system, and hopefully duplicating it in the way you want it to be duplicated further on your team. And then the last speaker on this question talked about the whole system as the tool that they liked best. And so they talked about different steps to use parts of them. So they talked about starting, of course, with a simple guide. They talked next about using the natural solutions, the class guide. After that, we have our lifestyle overview that really helps our new customers start to change their lifestyle and the products that they're using. And they gave a guide for how to help your new customers transform their life in 90 days. So it first starts with your first 30 days. Let's say kind of the goal is, if they're starting with a natural solutions kit, that they just start using those kits and all the products they get. Maybe they didn't get natural solutions, maybe they got the daily habits. And hopefully we always want everyone to get the LLV because it's so powerful. So that first 30 days is really focusing on changing and using the products that they at least got in their initial kit. The next 30 days is about cleansing themselves and also looking at their lifestyle focus. So thinking about that doTERRA pyramid, looking at exercise and all those different things that really help build you and change your habits. And then the last 30 days, which I feel like a lot of us are in this point, is cleansing out our household products of all that toxic junk. So all the products that are hormone disrupting, the synthetic stuff, the toxic stuff, and really refocusing your money into natural products instead. So I kind of like that because it's a little roadmap for where you're taking your customers to as they're going through this, it's a lifestyle change. As I think back on my own journey, I'm definitely in a different place than I was when I started this. So I like that roadmap. And then the last question they asked to wrap the whole panel up was, what's one tip that you would give to the audience, to all of these builders? So one tip, first one was consistency. Stick to it. And that, short and simple, I think all of us can say it's the magic right there. You just have to stick to it and be consistent. Put in that time wherever you can, even when it's tough, because the more consistent you are, your business is going to grow through the ups and the downs. Second person said, know your product and be ready for any objection through your own belief in that product. And in addition to that, learn all your oils' emotional properties. And so I wanted to make sure we started with Yarrow Pom and touching upon that, because I think I'm in that point. I don't know all my oils' emotional properties. I could look it up, but that's something I want to continue to educate myself on, because it's great when you can say, oh, this oil's, helps with this physical property or this one, but also the emotional property behind it. Third tip, duplication. Duplicating what you want to see on your team, making sure you're doing that and modeling it along the way. Fourth tip was success is scheduled. Get organized, and see yourself speaking in front of people. And that one is something I know for my own team. I have some people that are a little bit nervous about that, but just start visualizing yourself doing it, because I'm doing it right now and it's doable. You just have to, it's kind of like a Band-Aid. You just have to rip that Band-Aid off and do it, because it's actually not that bad. Like, it does kind of feel nerve-wracking, but it also empowers you. And then the very last tip, the fifth tip, is events. Have some sort of event cycle happening. So when you hear that event cycle, there's the, of course, the sampling first and inviting to Natural Solutions class. Then the next event would be your lifestyle overview. Then maybe your next one is a make and take. And then maybe your next one is a cleaning one. And then you loop back to Natural Solutions class. And then your lifestyle overview. So having that event cycle, so you're supporting all your teammates where they are at. So you're giving them that education. For those, of us who are not loving speaking in front of people, start with one-on-ones. And those one-on-ones are, they're your people that you have true relationships with. So you can be comfortable speaking about the product, about your own experiences. And then as you do more and more of those, build to larger events in your home, maybe in other people's homes, and then even larger events like Liza did the other day. It was pretty incredible. And the last part of that with events is keep the main thing, which is our oils and our product. And I think that's a perfect way to end this, because I think that is a great point. Again, keep the main thing, which is our oils and our products, which change lives. So yes, that is all I've got. So hopefully that was
Thank you, Kate.
helpful.
Can we all give Kate a little round of applause? She really kicked butt preparing for tonight for both product and for business. Just to kind of go back to some of the things that she talked about, especially here at the very end, we talk about being committed and capable. And I think consistency is definitely that third C in there. Everyone is capable. Everyone is capable. Okay. It's not a special certain type of person or a person with a certain type of network or anything. It's everyone is capable. It's the commitment and the consistency that set people apart. And that's really what it comes down to. And that doesn't mean that we all don't go down. You guys, I don't have an enrollment this month. The first month in, I can't even remember. I mean, it's believe me, it's boggling my mind. All the people, I had 10 people from last month and this month that were like, yes, I'm ready. And just one by one by one by one. And so, you know, so it doesn't mean that, you know, you're not ever going to face those lulls. And I look around and other people, and I get it. I get why people are like, how did she enroll this many or that many? But do I stop? Do I let that get me down? No, I keep going. I keep pushing more. I keep rising strong. And here's the thing. I may not have enrollments, but I have generated over 2,000 OV in volume in the last 3 days by following up with customers who haven't ordered in a very, very, very long time. Now, they probably won't be LRP customers. They never have been, but I've got them getting the adaptive system, stuff for upcoming baby. I need more support with hormones and my menstrual cycle. So yes, I'm not getting enrollments, but I've generated a ton of volume in different ways over the last few days because I'm I'm taking the time to follow up with people in my org and, you know, be like, are there any things that you need support with or any new products that you're excited to try or, you know, stuff like that. I found that reminding a bunch of people who are super excited about the convention items but didn't actually order them was really helpful to remind people like, hey, they're out, go get them. So 2 customers who haven't both ordered in over 6 months put in 200 PV orders just today. You know what I mean? So you gotta like think outside of just the enrollments all the time. I'm boned and determined to get one tomorrow, but if it doesn't happen, it's all right. Okay. But consistency is key. Know your product. This is an area I have to get better with as well. Like I have to figure out which book I want by my bedside to actually read. And maybe it's the emotions book, but I still kind of feel like there's so much about the physical properties of the oils that I don't know. And I think sometimes that discourages me. So then I don't start at all. You know what I mean? Like, oh, but I don't know so much about these oils. And then, oh, I don't know the emotional properties. Okay, so fine. I'm just going to watch another episode of Schitt's Creek instead. You know, like, yes, I'm almost done with 6 seasons. Okay. Don't judge me. Maybe there's only 5 seasons. 6th season is coming. Okay. Success is scheduled. I am back in like, I feel like I'm working full time. I'm kind of working full time. And, I forgot how hard it is to do this, to run, you know, a $500,000 a year business and do a full-time job. So I have to schedule and I'm not doing a great job of it. So I really know that time blocking is so, so critical. And now that I have less time, I have to be better at it, right? Because I don't have as much flexibility and freedom time right now, just right now. Get ready to talk in front of people. I mean, listen, I love you all. Fraser shared this. If you didn't think about Fraser's call last week, if you weren't on the call last week, go and watch that call. And even if you were on that call, go back and watch that call again. That call was filled with so many gems. One of her greatest fears is public speaking. This girl is teaching a weekly class every Friday. She is just, it's like, do I want this? You know, or are we going to let this fear stop me? It really comes down to that. You don't have to know everything. Sure, you should be continuing to educate and grow your knowledge of the oils and the emotional connection. But there are some of you, and not just on this call, that maybe are watching the replay or on this call, that have way more product knowledge and practical application for much longer amount of time than I do in essential oils. You know, did I want to die and puke when I got up on stage in front of 1,000 people? I mean, kind of, but you know, and luckily I didn't have to talk about too much product. I was prepared to talk about some product, but I didn't end up having to because of time. But you do, and so if big groups not your thing, start with one-on-ones, but you got to get there. This business will not grow unless you are willing to talk to people and educate them. You know, about the oils. Events. So like Kate said, and connected to all of our guides and so forth. But today, 10 a.m. class mom led it down in Kihei. I think T showed up with a new enrollment. Aisha had some potential enrollee who left the class enrolled with a natural solutions kit. So that was Aisha's second enrollment of the month with a natural solutions kit. People are taking advantage of our weekly classes. So Wednesday at 10 a.m., Sundays at 3 p.m. With the holidays coming up, we will start to integrate some more of our make and takes during those times as well. So Kate said, so we're continuing to offer education for all wherever people are at. But no matter what, we always want to keep the main thing, which is our product and our oils. And really beyond that too, the mission and heart of this company, I think is so important. I was having a mentor call, I think with Fraser, talking about another essential oil loving, almost it, another essential oil company. And just like, what do you tell people about the difference? And we all know on this call, we don't need to knock anybody down to build ourselves up. Whatever people need to find is out there on the internet, public knowledge for people to know. What sets us apart, you guys, is co-impact sourcing. What sets us apart is what we do in these countries to build communities up, to help farmers, to help moms, to help just like communities. I already said that. So that's what sets us apart. So keeping the main thing, and I think that's tied to the quality of our oils, right? Going back to the very beginning of your call, Kate, about sourcing matters. And that's what sets us apart from everyone else. So we don't have to talk about what they do or what they don't do. All we do is we focus on us and all the amazing things that we do. All right. So thank you, Kate, so much. A couple of things for Biz. Holiday. There is historically, doTERRA's always done BOGOs. And I just realized something that when they do BOGOs, there's a good chance I'm going to be on vacation. If they do BOGOs, which obviously I hope they do BOGOs. But if they do BOGOs, there is a very good chance that I will be on vacation that entire week. That's going to be good times. So I want to say that we will cover maximizing BOGOs probably on the 13th of November, because what would be ideal in my world, but I don't know what's going to happen, is that they always do BOGOs after the product of the month. Although that's not true. There was a month they did it on, and then you could still get the product of the month, wasn't there? It just happened. Yeah, the last one, right? So, you guys, they're switching things up. They're kind of keeping things fresh. They typically don't do, and especially with holiday products, I feel like they let the holiday products kind of, and you guys know, right? If you want those Serenity Balance rollers, like you gotta log on. Now, holiday items are not like, they're not gonna light up, which is kind of a good thing for us, to be perfectly honest. There's no worries about night owl orders. They won't light up at midnight our time or at 8 o'clock our time. It won't happen like that. Typically, they go live right around 7 a.m. Mountain Time, which tends to be around 3 o'clock in the morning our time. It's up to you. I tend to just set an alarm for every hour and wake up every hour and check. Okay, I'm crazy like that. You don't have to do that. But just know that there's a really good chance something you really want is going to sell out. So I feel like they do that with the holiday stuff, and then they kind of let the dust settle. So just to make sure we don't miss doing BOGO education, maximizing BOGOs, we'll plan for that on the 13th of November, okay? So for those of you that are interested in that, some of you have heard it before, but it's always good to hear again. All right, anything else? Any other leaders? Well, you're all leaders. Anything else that I'm missing in terms of announcements, things coming up?
Eliza, I was just wondering, because daylight savings is going to end on Sunday or Saturday, so will it change the time? So when you say mountain,
yes,
would
it'll be 3 hours.
Oh, 3 hours, okay.
It'll be 3 hours. But thanks for letting me know. I didn't know exactly when it happened. But tomorrow night, Thursday early morning is when the holiday products will drop for us. and it'll still be 4 hours. But you're right, after that, moving forward, which then for BOGOs, we will find out the new BOGO at 9 the previous night, although this last time they gave us 24 hours between each BOGO. So I kind of like that a lot more, and I'm hoping they keep that format. But I feel like they're trying to switch things up. So let's hope they have BOGOs. You know, I wonder if our BOGOs will be similar to what Europe did this time. What did Europe do? Who said that? Maris. Hold on, I'm unmuting you. Why can't I unmute you? Okay, there.
Oh, am I unmuted?
Yes.
So Europe did, and this is Laura telling me this because she's so on it, but Europe did, for the first time ever, you can add multiple BOGO offers to one order. This time, BOGO week will be divided into 2 separate 72-hour promotional periods. So they offered 3 promos at for the 72 hours all at once. If I didn't do a good job explaining that, it's on the doTERRA Essential Oils Europe Facebook page.
That's awesome. Thank you. No, I mean, I liked the last format a lot better because I didn't have to like wait up to get a graphic and send out my texts and all of that stuff. I liked the last format. I don't know about that format, but listen, whatever they give us, I'm going to welcome with open arms. So, yeah, but that's interesting. I definitely feel, and I see it in the Diamond group, that there's a call to like, can we switch it up? Can things not be so predictable all the time? I just hope one thing that we can predict and count on is that there'll be something to help besides holiday. Holiday will help. Holiday can be tricky though, because if things sell out that people really want, people just get super aggro about it. So as much as I tell people like, get it, you know, it's so hard. So do your best to reach out to your people, especially your team members. It's kind of hard to enroll people with holiday items. It's totally doable, but it's just a little bit harder. So sometimes I'm like wary to like get people super excited about enrolling with holiday products, especially like, in my opinion, those Balance, Serenity, and Helichrysum rollers, like, I don't know if they made 1 million of them, but if they didn't, I'm really worried those will sell out. And then you never know. There's times when I think something's going to sell out and then they have tons and tons and tons of it. So anyway, anybody have any questions though for maximizing any of the promotions? Anything? Michael, Fraser, Tawny, you guys are a little bit newer to the promotions. You guys have any questions? Okay. I will say that in my personal experience, text is the most efficient way to get people to, even if they're not responding to you. In the builders group, I posted one graphic, the graphic I shared tonight at the end of Kate's PowerPoint. It's the only graphic I put in there, by the way. She did all of the hard work. And a link to the actual catalog. I wouldn't send a bazillion individual images. I would send one eye-catching image and then have them, and then that link. And my plan is to send that out tomorrow. Now, I know people are going to be crazy busy with Halloween and everything, but that's, you know, I'm also going to get my shiz together and try to send out a team email as well. I imagine doTERRA will send one as well. So but the more that we can just hit people with that, because that would be best. So anything else? Yes, Fraser.
I have a question. Okay, so you know how I think it's Aisha makes the graphics for all the classes and events. So at first, like we were making a separate graphic for every single week and then inviting everybody with that one graphic. And the next week we did the same thing, which I thought it was getting annoying, having to text it out every week. So I created a graphic with all the classes on it. Mm-hmm. How do you send that out and invite people? Like, do you just send it like, here's a list of all the classes which one can you come to? Like, how do you go about that?
No. So we do the same thing. We have, like, Aisha's actually working. Oh, I'm so glad you said Fraser something. So I had my mentor call with Fraser last night. We scheduled a Wednesday essential oil for beginners online Zoom class on the 7th at 8:30. So we're going to, she wants to try to bring back the online platform. And I've said this before, I'm happy to do it as long as we get, I really have to move this freaking thing behind me. It's so irritating. It's there for like 3 weeks. I'm happy to do it. We need people to show up. So we're going to give this class a whirl. If we even get 2 or 3 new people, to me, that's worth it. To be perfectly honest, I love you guys. I want you there, especially if you invited people, but I don't want a bunch of builders at our events. I don't want a bunch of builders on our online classes or at our classes. I want you there because your people are coming with you. You know what I mean? Like, this is really critical. And I get it. People cancel, people don't show, people, but so we're going to give it a whirl. And if we can, get some butts on the screens, faces on the screens, I guess, then we can keep it going, as either a once a month or maybe even a twice a month online platform. I'm happy to do it. I think also at that point, if there's a lot of people that are showing up, I might start asking other people to at least facilitate them, like, because along with the team call and the biz call and those, it could be a lot. I think I said Wednesday, but it was Thursday. Yeah, Fraser?
I think it was Thursday.
Yes. Okay. So mark that down. So anyway, Aisha's going to be, I'll come right back to it, Beth, because I'm getting all scattered. Aisha creates a graphic that has all of our Maui classes. We tend to just post that on our Facebook feed, my Instagram feed. I'll use it in my story, but individual texting, we do send individual class events, because otherwise, but you could go. I just feel like if you have 5 or 6 or 7 events on there, that's too much option for people. That's too much option. I put out the monthly class schedule and I ask my leaders to, so that people can go there and refer to it, and actually so you guys can go there and refer to it. But what we've done for our weekly standard classes now is we just have one graphic. It doesn't have a date. It just says natural solutions with essential oils, 3 p.m. Friends and Fair every Sunday. So if you're having a standard weekly class, you can leave the date off, but put all the other information. So your Friday class, Fraser, you could just, have that every Friday. And then my thing would be, if they say they can't make it, give them an alternative class time. We have the 10 a.m. on Wednesday and the 3 p.m. on Sunday. And if they can't make those, then I would go forth with let's schedule a one-on-one. I have this time and this time to meet with you. When can you meet?
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Beth. Oh, found it? Okay.
That's okay. Was it November 7th at 8 p.m.?
8:30.
8:30.
Yeah, 8:30 is my sweet spot, you guys. By 8:30, everybody's sleeping. The house is calm. We've tried before to do earlier, and it just doesn't work out well.
And it's going to be about an hour.
I'm going to try to keep it about 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. Yeah. What Fraser said, though, too, and is true, she's so then how do you do the ask? How do people enroll? And that's the tricky part, right? So you want to be sure that you are inviting people, but that they have to respond to you to get the link for the class. And then when we actually have the class, it's up to you to figure out if they, attended the class and to follow up with them. So that's the tricky thing about the online part, because you're not physically with them to, enroll them or whatever. All right. I think that's it in terms of announcements and everything. Kate and Mom, I know I put my camera on a couple of times, but can you guys show your faces so we can take a pic real quick? Quickity quick. Maybe they stepped away and now I'm calling them out. Yeah. They don't even hear me. Suckers. Oh, there's mom. Fine, you're driving home. Fine, I guess you're excused. And Kate's totally excused because she like pretty much did the whole class tonight. Okay. Oh no, we just lost somebody. I don't know who we just lost. Okay, let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3. I know a lot of people. Aisha did another class tonight with Tilly. Tosh couldn't log on. A bunch of people texted me, but thank you guys for those of you that showed up for yourselves, for your business. Huge thank you to Kate for sharing all her Yarrow Pom wisdom and Biz Brainstorm action with us. We really appreciate it. We will see you guys next week. Go get them holiday products. Good luck. Bye.